last story of the evening, guys. So this is about HubSpot, and it's crazy. Stop. So HubSpot data breach compromises data of top cryptocurrency investment platforms.
Whoops.
The data of crypto investors on BlockFi, Circle, NYDIG, and others can be leveraged by hackers to launch phishing, smishing, and vishing attacks.
Now,
Phishing.
You got unhackable infrastructure, right? You can't hack the blockchain, but you can hack the hell out of all the people operating the blockchain because it's super easy.
So I do want to point out that this is a breach that compromised the customer data of 30 of its clients, and also that I think the hacker accessed all this information because somebody in the company was given wrong access to a super admin position. So this is how that manifested. So what are you guys' thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's a bummer.
I think Mike just summarized it. Like the blockchain is unhackable, but when it's operated by people, it's totally hackable.
You better start training for the fishing party.
That's right. Let's go fishing. Oh, man.
This is super concerning because
oh my God.
If you're any distributed finance company, you have to do marketing. And what if that marketing ends up making you vulnerable? Like your whole premise is you're unhackable, right? And all of their assets are online, which means all of their assets are stealable, right? Like that's the problem. If you hack a crypto exchange, you can take everything, right? To the point that like the business has to shut down. This has happened before.
It has.
And it's incredibly concerning when you rely on a third party, right? Like this just shows third party risk can lead to potentially billions of dollars worth of, and so the threat actor stole from HubSpot, and they stole names, emails, mailing address, phone numbers, and other client data, which means that they can send you the most sticky, spearphishingly speary email from HubSpot, right? Like they can say, hey, dear customer.
It's company official. Yeah.
Dear customer, you are our customer. Here's everything we know about you. Please click this link, and then they're in, right?
And you'll click.
So I think the key is, look, phishing by itself is not an aggressive entry point, but phishing with knowledge you shouldn't have. Phishing with asynchronous knowledge, or sorry, asymmetric knowledge is incredibly effective. And the only way to inoculate yourself against that is to know what the hackers know.
Because otherwise you might say, okay, it's my phone number, it's my address, it's my name, who cares? But all in conjunction with one another, plus another piece of information, which is who you do your crypto banking with, is a recipe for disaster. Because really all they have to do is stylize it in exactly the same way as you're used to seeing other marketing emails, and you're done. So if they stole all that client data, it says and other information, I guarantee they have an account number. Probably.
Yeah.
And the most convincing item, like Paul, if I was your bank and I told you your account number, how likely are you to believe I'm actually your bank?
Yep.
Pretty high.
Yeah. So there's the metadata in this situation is potentially more disastrous. Like I can find out your home address, but I can't find out your crypto account number very easily.
No, it's, but and what it's underscoring again and again is the weak link. I mean, because what they can do is deploy it against people who don't quite understand it, right? And so they get nailed. They just click. They click.
Yeah. It's not the blockchain. It's not Web3.
It's the people.
It's the people.
Power to the people. No, it's crazy.
What's really interesting about both these stories with Okta and HubSpot is that both, like, you know, Okta was, when Okta got breached, a bunch of other big companies got breached, like Samsung and Ubisoft, all that kind of stuff. In this case, HubSpot was like a HubSpot employee was breached. So that's what's crazy to me is that, you know, like, you can breach a HubSpot employee and get all the information of all the cryptocurrency providers in your CRM system. And then, you know, like, the hackers have access to it without it being the fault of
one employee.
If you've ever had a problem with Salesforce or HubSpot, not to pick on Salesforce, but you know that their number one go-to strategy is not to explain to you how to fix the problem,
Yes.
right? What do they say? Give me admin privileges. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to fix it because I know our system's so much better than you. Well, if that's how things end up, that's tough.
It's the road to ruin.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, exactly.
Stephen,
yeah. Give me admin privileges, give me FTP access, and then I will diagnose your problem for you. It's a broken model. Yeah. It's a broken model.
Didn't somebody ask us for that last week?
It's like, give me admin privileges and I'll automate you out of the process and you'll be doomed.
As a reminder, Okta blamed their situation on a third-party vendor who had a security or had a support engineer that lost their laptop.
Right.
And now everything has happened.
And I looked up that vendor in Hack Notice and there were like, 2,000 notifications and leaks with email addresses in that vendor in the last, 3 months.
Yep.
I find that interesting.
I find this has been an episode of Bourbon and Data Breaches. If you like what you saw today, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you hated everything you saw today, welcome.
Blame it on.
Blame it on Russia.
Yeah.
But don't
night, everyone.
Don't blame.
It's a pleasure.
You.
Thank you.